In this video, I thought I would take a look at the recent Ridley Scott, Matt Damon movie, The Martian, which I did see in theaters, and I thought was very good. Very good movie. And honestly, it's not a bad poster. It might be a little reminiscent of something that you recall from The Social Network when it comes to the text directly over the face. Maybe you recall something like that. If I was wise, I would have effectively downloaded it. I'm trying to do it right now so I can pull it in. Alright. Something like this. You don't get to 500 million friends without making few enemies. Maybe that's reminiscent. This kind of text over the face, text over the portrait concept, which I don't know if The Social Network was first, but that was 2009, so this is already kind of an old concept when it comes to poster design. So we got kind of the same thing here with The Martian. But that's not really the issue. When I'm looking at it, that's not the problem. And in fact, this isn't really a bad poster. If anything, I would say that there's missed opportunities on it, and there's something that leaves me feeling a little quizzical, which has to do with treatment of the skin in this instance. So let's take a look at a couple of the things that goes along with this. One thing, missed opportunities. Let's start there. So if we look at a design and we're thinking about what its primary goal is, in the case of a movie poster, the goal of it is to get you to see the movie. Now, oftentimes, the manner in which it does this is different, but ideally, a movie poster will evoke the content of a film. Same with a book cover. You're giving somebody kind of a sampling of what this film is about. And in the case of The Martian, that's actually a little bit hard to derive. Okay, clearly we have space helmet. So this takes place in space. We have the title The Martian, so that conveys a little bit to go along with it. But why is it this shot? Why is it just his face, completely expressionless, staring blankly into the camera? Does this convey the sense of isolation that they want for the film? Does this convey any sense of peril? Maybe the scientific side of the film? I suppose you could see it as symbolic with how he remains cool in the face of insurmountable odds. I suppose you could make that argument. But is that really your best selling point for a film? Rather, I think that the selling point they had for this poster was, look, Matt Damon's in it. And it doesn't seem to go considerably further than that. So, Matt Damon's in it. That's what we're going to show you on the poster. His actual face here doesn't seem to really have much meaning. I guess you could make an argument for humanization. But why not do that with a little emotion? Let's find a way to convey something that tells the content of the film, gives us the tone of the film, beyond something that is so neutral this way. Another thing that I'm going to bring to attention is skin. For one thing, this is a very sharpened photo, and this is common now with movie posters, especially like superhero films and stuff. They are sharpened to the point of no return, to the point that you can look in closely as this starts to pixelate, and I can look at individual hairs and I can see how the sharpening has created this kind of white duplicate hair that goes alongside the original. It's kind of a artifact that appears through the result of sharpening. You can see the same thing if I look up here next to this chain of mountains, how it has this kind of little white line just above it. Now that's a result of sharpening. That's a pretty clear indicator that sharpening has taken effect. And also, you can just look at it and see that every pore is visible. There's clearly been some sharpening happen here. Nonetheless, even with this sharpening, if we think about what the purpose of sharpening would be, to add kind of a gritty effect to it, to make it seem very tangible and down to earth, if that's the case, then why is his skin underneath all of that absolutely flawless? What is the contradictory, those two contradictory things being put together, both sharpening the skin to the point where you can see every pore, and at the same time removing every single blemish from the face. If we even look down here at the chin, I don't even think human chins come at that level of smoothness. I don't think that my 11-month-old son has a chin that smooth. So that's certainly a question to be asked. So in order to consider this, I went and grabbed a picture of actual Matt Damon to see what they removed, because I was curious. I wanted to see what kind of things they removed from his face. So turns out he has quite the normal human face after all. This is what most of our faces look like. I had one curiosity here where you can see there's clearly a dip right here. That's a part of the actual construction of his face, and it's nearly missing over here on the side, which is rather odd. I'm guessing there was actually some kind of problem with the photo. But if I zoom in closely here, you can even see he has like normal human nose hair sticking out. So, oh, and also normal human chin. So I am curious as to why make it gritty? Why add the sharpening when you intend to give this person basically angelic skin? Is there miscommunication between the final goal and the process of getting it ready? I mean, cleaning up skin is fairly simple. All I have to do is, in Photoshop, let's see, I'll take my spot healing brush tool. I'll just knock these things out one at a time. Color the skin, remove any blemishes, remove extra wrinkles. See that one right there? Gone. That one right there, gone. It's really easy to do, and this is, anytime you see somebody with flawless skin, this is the process that you're seeing. Really easy. I'm not even trying, and I can remove crow's feet with really good detail. Process is mostly automated, so it only takes a few minutes to do it. And this is what they've done for whatever reason, and then they throw on a nice sharpening filter to make it really intensely sharp. Probably something along the lines of this. Let's see, I'm going to take a couple of these, throw them in a folder, change this one to vivid light, invert it, set the layer to the folder actually, to overlay, and then go to filter, blur, surface blur, and increase that radius to sharpen up the skin. You can see the sharpening effect coming in here. My computer's having to think about it a little bit, that's all. There we go, sharpening effect. In fact, let's up that radius even more, really get these pores staying out the way we see it in the poster. Let the computer consider that. Now we've got a significant difference here. If I turn the sharpening effect off and on, and I can use my brush tool to go in and remove the additional little spots. Of course, I would have to do it to the entire image, so let's do that. I convert the whole thing to a smart object and then rasterize it. There we go. Go ahead and remove it. Get it looking just like the poster. And this is the treatment you see people get on their skin. My question is just why? Why? Why not leave some of this detail that makes this a human being? Give it something with a real tangible, down-to-earth feel. If this is supposed to be gritty, let me see the gritty. Don't let it go through a process of celebrity cleansing before I actually see it.